Hello, viewers of At the Table. Today, instead of sharing you food tasting, we're going to share with you what Robbie got at the 2019 Sac Gamers Expo footage. This one here is from the Classic Gaming Museum from the convention. Let's take a look what he got.
Hello, everybody in Wasteland TV. I'm Robbie, and I'm here with...
Hi, my name is Joe Sullivan. I am the manager of the Retro Game Lunch and Gaming Museum. We're excited to be guest exhibitors today out at the Sac Gamers Expo. We brought a few really cool things with us that I'm excited to show you some right now.
Awesome.
So here,
what do we have here?
We have the multi-purpose arcade combat simulator. In 1993, Nintendo was approached by Sculptured Software. Nintendo was approached by the U.S. military and said, hey, we need something we can send out to our reserve units to let them maintain rifle qualifications without the cost of ammunition, weapons upkeep, range fees, etc. Nintendo subcontracted Sculptured Software, which is the same company behind games like Bart's Nightmare, Super Star Wars, your kind of the vanilla Super Nintendo games.
Yeah.
And they made these cartridges right here, which are basically digital rifle ranges, and they modified actual rifles. There's a few different variants. This is the Jaeger AP-74. This was an actual rifle that was modified to work with a Super Nintendo. It is so accurate that they did allow those military units to maintain their rifle qualifications using this system. You had to use a 13-inch TV, stand 6.5 feet away, and then 50 yards on the TV was what 50 yards at the range would look like. They estimate total about 600 of these carts were produced. It's kind of one of those, super high-end, holy grail-ish sort of items for Super Nintendo collectors. Even fewer of the rifles. Now, what takes this set here and kind of puts it over the top, like any good military unit, these guys wrote their name on every single piece. Oh. This is the only known complete set that is traceable back to a single military unit.
Really?
Really.
So all this came from one unit?
One unit.
It's not a bunch of different places or parts, it's all
together.
from one place.
Yep, the unit was based out of Aberdeen, South Dakota, which is where this particular set came from. It was purchased from a gentleman in Aberdeen, South Dakota, so the lineage and everything matches up really nicely.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
These were largely made available at what they call dermo auctions with the military, where they would just auction off surplus military equipment. That was the way that these would come out. Every now and then you still hear about groups of 5 to 6 of the cartridges appearing suddenly at a military surplus auction. Although the last one of those that I know of that went down was roughly 5 years ago, where about 12 of them came out of one auction.
Oh wow! Thank you so much. This is amazing.
My pleasure. Happy to share the story.
Well, that's it.
That's a really cool marquee. Yes, the pitfall over there.
Yeah. Oh my God, I used to have that. This whole for Christmas.
How's it going?
Good, man.
Hello.
Hello.
One moment, let me reset. Hello, Wastelanders. We're here again with...
Hi, Joe Sullivan here with the Retro Game Hunter Gaming Museum.
Awesome.
I'm excited to show you, this is one of my favorite gaming stories, NBA Elite 11. This was a game that was in production, it was finished, it was sent to stores, and then the reviews were so bad they ended up recalling the game and canceling its release altogether. I love the history behind it, the weirdness, the obscurity. It kind of is reminiscent of, you know, things like stadium events, which is really neat out there. But they estimate about a dozen copies or so of the game. Didn't make it back. That number is very disputed. They do pop on eBay every now and then, so it does sound a little bit low to me. But either way, it is one of those super rare kind of holy grail collector's items. And we have a copy right over here, actually.
Oh, wow. So this is an actual copy of the game.
That is.
That was so bad, they basically took them all and tried to hide them now.
They took them and got rid of them. Well, presumably they got rid of them. They recalled them. What likely happened, you can see there's a display case next to it, is
Okay.
the store that was supposed to return it probably had a guy that cut open a game, dropped the case in the display case, and then they returned an empty box back to the store.
Oh, wow. I guess they didn't do a good enough job.
So EA Sports also has a history of, if you are a professional athlete and you help design the game, they typically make custom consoles for you. They did this a lot in the early 2010s.
I did not know that.
And NBA Elite 11 was certainly no exception. So here we have one of those custom consoles that was made for the athletes that helped with the canceled game.
Oh, wow.
We were able to trace this directly to, we know whose it was, this was Taj Gibson's. And we were lucky enough to have this end up in our collection, but it does have just this beautiful matching briefcase.
Oh, wow. Okay, I did not know that. You had the briefcase open, so I did not see that. It actually matches. Oh, my God.
But it is, in my opinion, it's one of the most beautiful consoles ever put together. Like it's
Oh,
not,
it's gorgeous looking.
It's not a wrap, like it's an actual finish on there with a Swarovski crystal elements.
Oh
one of
my
my favorite
gosh.
things that we bring out.
Oh, this is so cool. So they just did these custom consoles for everybody?
For the professional athletes that helped out, yeah. There are pictures out there online you can find of ones for Madden as well. I've seen a few of those. They came in some different colors as well. Green, I've seen as well.
That's really cool. And this definitely looks awesome. And that's actually in there. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Well, thank you once again for sharing this history with us.
It's my pleasure. I hope you guys enjoy your time here today.
Thank you again.
えないこともあるけれど未来の私